Well, good morning. It's been raining all night, all morning. Plenty wet. I want to say thank you to Eric Hatchet. Hey Eric, I really appreciate it. Sent me an 1 1/8 gear wrench, and then this Cornwell. It's a Cornwell 1/4-inch drive flex-headed ratchet on both ends. It's got the 1/4-inch anvil on one end, and the other end's got a female hex where you can put hex bits in it. Pretty nice little setup. I think that little 1/4-inch, I think that 1/4-inch job would come in real handy for doing overhead adjustments. And getting into tight places where you need an angle. So yeah, I really appreciate it, Eric. Oh, so we're heading down this morning. I tore that damn International truck back apart yesterday, and it sure was a hell of a lot easier the second go around. All the bolts that I took in and put in the first time, they came out real easy. I didn't have to fight them because they've been in there for 600,000 miles and been hot, and, you know, with that EGR system. So everything actually came apart fairly good. I already got the valve back in it, got the tubes back on it. I just got to put the, let's see here, I got to put the the fairings back on the side of it, the fender, and put the air crossover pipe going from the air cleaner to the turbo. Put that back on, tighten up a few things, and pour antifreeze in it and give her a go again. But I got to get that 6125M. That thing has been kicking my ass. Usually I'm pretty damn good on those remotes and stuff like that, but I'll tell you, this one here, I haven't. I've taken every valve off that thing and took all the shuttle valves out. I've took all the flow controls, all the reliefs out. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't know why. All the passages are clear. I don't know why I'm not getting load sense back to the compensator to stroke the pump. And what was really weird is I was doing all this testing. Well, they want you to test charge pressure, so I wanted to see what my charge pressure was. Well, there's an O-ring boss Allen head fitting you're supposed to take out of the top of the filter housing. And then you're supposed to take one of your quick coupler fittings and thread in there, and then you plug your gauge into it, and you start the tractor and running it at 1,000 RPM, and it's supposed to be like 39 PSI, I think, at 1,000 RPM, and then at 2,000 RPM it's supposed to be about 50 PSI. Well, it was just right. There was nothing wrong with it. So I shut it off, and I took the fitting out, put that O-ring boss plug back in it. Then I got on the tractor, and the son of a bitch didn't have no steering. I was like, really? I mean, it just acts like there's a valve sticking somewhere. Or I'm wondering now if the compensator on the pump's sticking. You know, I might pull that compensator off that high pressure pump and see if that compensator's sticking. Kind of weird why it would do that all of a sudden. But I got the valve block in the back of my pickup here, and well, I got it in one of the boxes. I knew it was going to rain last night, so I thought, man, I better stick that thing inside. I don't want it all opened up laying in the back of my service truck. But that's probably what we're going to be really, after I get this International running this morning and get it out of the shop, I got to get that 6125 and get the hydraulics working correctly on it. All right, be back. Walk on. my two holes at? Well, that's not right, is it? Okay. Compensator line goes right to the, well, this line's coming off priority 1 block, but it's still a compensator line. Here's the main compensator line right here. Okay, that's where our high pressure was coming from the piston pump to the priority 3 block. Ooh. I don't even know if we solved anything yet. I got a feeling, I don't know, it acts like the compensator is stuck on the pump. Sometimes the guy can take a porta power and take this compensator line off and pump this compensator up with a porta power and make that pump stroke, and then you know everything there is fine, which I might have to go get a porta power to do that too. Okay, these 2 nuts here. Oh, I should have, shoot, let's take those back off. Pull that back out a little ways. Oh, wet, miserable son of a gun out here. That's just to drain the sump for the return. Alright, all our seals are in here. Let's go ahead and zip those up. We can go ahead and throw our hitch valve on there. Whew, fucking rain. Okay. Alright. Okay, here, this is what they call the bleed orifice. Make sure that hole's clear. That little ball, that's your shuttle valve down in there. think I got that backwards. Well, actually it really doesn't matter. Actually it does. The remote needs to go on first. I need to clean this one up a little better. Alright. Is that right? Yes. I think. Oh shoot. That's all it takes is a chip of paint to screw something up on one of these. Or nothing will work. Okay, so that's correct. And the end plate goes on. These get torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Torquing this ain't that big a deal. You don't really have to. These are important. Alright, let's put together a valve. Okay, here's where your main compensator line will go. Coming right off your compensator. So, anytime the priority 1 block, there's another shuttle valve just like I showed you there with the bleed orifice in that block. And anytime that moves, it's going to send compensation through here, through your steering every time you turn the steering wheel. Because your steering and your brakes run off priority 1 block. This is your priority 3 block for your hitch and your remotes. So if you get low on oil pressure, this one here gets oil last. That's why you got to check charge pressure. Shit, I gotta be able to get on that one and tighten it up. Put the cart before the horse there on that one. Okay. 18 foot-pounds. wet. I got a feeling the compensator's stuck on the pump. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I didn't really find anything wrong. Hitch lines on. Alright. Allens for those. Tighten that up. Plug the hitch stepper motor in. Alright, metric Allens. Make sure I shut the drawers. Try to keep everything getting so damn wet. So. My fucking finger's stuck in there. Alright, so we got hitch lines are hooked up. Hey bud, what are you doing? Out running around in the mud, are you? How about... Okay, steering line, steering return. I think that's steering return, that's probably going to be a feedback. Stepper motor's plugged in. I'm not going to plug the remote or hook the remotes up just yet. I'm just kind of curious to see if I can make anything happen on this thing. Alright. See if we get oil blowing everywhere. I got steering now. I did not have any steering before. Whatever I did when I took that valve apart, changed something. There's one of these valves, something's not right. I think this load sense relief's not working or something in this priority 3 block. So this is our load sense. You're supposed to stroke a remote and you're supposed to get system pressure, or your load sense should almost equal system pressure. I mean, absolutely nothing back there. And if we stroke the wheel, Get the pump to stroke, then pull the remote. Nothing. This is reminding me of a 7520 one time. I had a 7520 that had a hairline crack. You couldn't even see it till we really looked at it. And that was what was wrong with this, and all my load sense pressure was bleeding off internally in the body. And I got a feeling that's what's going on with this one. Well, shit. I'm gonna see what a number 3 priority block cost. I can't think of. There's a priority 1 block hogging all the oil though. If the priority valve is shifted in this block, it could be taking all the oil and putting it all to the steering. Every bit of it. And not putting any to number 3 block. I'm gonna have to do a little more digging on this one. This is a tough one. Talked to the owner, and they're not planting today because it's too wet. And we're gonna end up swapping the whole priority block out with the other one. I think it's this priority block. I think it's cracked inside. I can't even see anything wrong with the valves themselves. We're just gonna pop the whole thing off of here and take it over there and put it on the other tractor real quick. Boy, it's a wind blowing son of a bitch right now. Getting nasty out here. I might be doing this one in the fucking rain. I could just, I gotta get that hose off in there. Been digging this thing enough. Take it on and off there pretty damn fast now, so one good thing about it anyway. Find them. It is nice and shitty out here. Oh, come on. I hate these spring-loaded clips. Well, it's one way to do it, I guess. And one more over here. Hitch line loose. This is your hitch valve. Of course, these are your SCVs. This is your priority block, your hitch valve, another SCV. Here's your piston pump. Underneath your piston pump is an internal gear pump. This is your priority block for number 1. This is if you get low charge pressure or something like that, low oil flow, this will take over. The priority valve spool in here will move, and that will send all the oil to the steering and the brakes. This is your compensator. This is what strokes the slosh plate in your pump. You're going to have a standby pressure setting and a maximum high pressure setting. This is your compensator line. And to see what's going on with this other one, if we're not getting any load sense. Load sense is what moves the compensator. So, and we don't have any load sense in this block for some reason. Let's take our remotes loose. nice and new enough. It's not really have a messy pigsty like most of them are. Damn hand in there. And just pop that out of there like that. Same thing on all of them. These are easy to do, these manual remotes. It's a lot easier when they're electrical. If they get stepper motors, you just unplug them. But these aren't too bad to deal with. I have to make sure that this tractor is ready to go when I'm done. That it's going to work again and everything's going to be fine with it. That's the chance to take is screwing up two of them. When you swap parts around. Cattle over there at that feedlot sure are falling. They don't like this wind either. Now, how much tension does this hitch have on it with this implement on the back? That's the question. Yep, she's got a little tension on her. Man, it's getting shitty. Get this son of a bitch apart. Get over there and put it on the other tractor and see what's going to happen here. God dang it. Without losing my O-rings and everything. Everybody ought to be doing this shit for a living, huh? Oh, come on. Pop out of there, you dirty bastard. I'll have this thing off of here in just a little bit. Won't take as long to get this off. Turned into a fucking bog hole here where I'm standing. Alright, now I'm gonna get the trailer. You can either do it that way or you can just unplug it here. I think I'm just gonna take it and zip it loose here, these two bolts. And we'll just zip it loose. this. You got to take advantage of the weather. Actually, the opportunity when they're not planting is perfect timing for me to do something like this. Okay. Yep. Goddamn feet are getting stuck where I can't pick them up. Quicksand. Where'd the seal go? It's still in the flange. Take these two lines off. Nice and shitty out here. Wasn't that bad this morning, but I had to go take an ATR cooler and a 6170R. No, it's 6175 R's. I changed it out, got it going, road tested it. Man, getting done with this. Look at that. That shithole. 3/4. Alright. Down there is going to be hanging us up. Or did I forget something? Stepper motor. Stepper motor. I always forget how to get this thing here popped off of there. That's not what I wanted to do. It's breaking on me. Boy, it's plastic shit. holding it. I should have everything off there. Okay. It's gonna drain for a little bit, but we got her loose. Throw the whole damn thing in the back of the service truck and run over there. Something different here. Feet are stuck in the mud. Oh, Jesus, mud hole son of a bitch. Okay. Swapped out and the hitch works good now. It's pretty sure it's in this block. I'm going to check our remote. We didn't have any remotes at all before. I'm probably going to end up ordering a new priority block for that other tractor. And just a complete one with all the valves in it. Bolting her on the way we go. I'll hook this one remote up. Test it. We've got load sense down here. We could even take our remotes off and our hitch valve off, put our other valves on this. I might do that just to make sure it's this. It's a little more work, but I mean that's probably a couple $1,000. I don't want to just throw it away. I think it's cracked because I see nothing wrong with the valving in it. All the spools move the way they're supposed to. Just I don't see nothing wrong. Let's see if we get a remote to work now. So we're on number 1. Look at that. Yeah, it's stroking the pump, see? Okay. Let's let the hitch down. Put some weight on it. Down. Why is it not going down? sections to take them off. We're gonna pull these sections off right here. You have to undo your hitch farm and move it out a little ways. Some of the tractors you gotta pull clear off. There's just not enough room. It depends on how many they've got stacked here. Sometimes they can actually make longer studs and have, you know, 2 here on each side and have 4 remotes. And then it's pretty tight getting them off. Darn it, the whole stud's coming out of this one. But this will tell us for sure here whether it's going to be our, looks like all the studs are going to come out of this one. We're going to have to, I hope that other one doesn't do that, because, oh shoot, I got to take that remote loose, dumbass. No load sense. So basically what's happening on that other one, something in the valve block is, I get a feeling there's a crack internally and it's bleeding the load sense pressure back to another port somewhere, and we're never getting it to the pump, is what it really acts like it's doing. So damn it, the whole stud is not supposed to do that. That presents a problem. We're gonna have to get them clear out of there. Yeah, that whole stud's not supposed to do that. There we go. Too much paint. We're gonna have to get them all, the nuts off the studs. I forgot. I'm gonna have to take those clips off. Or can I get that out far enough? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I need to get this bullshit here off. Now, get the sections off one at a time. And that stud has partially come unthreaded, like it's not supposed to do that. You son of a bitch. Damn it, damn it. Fighting me. Miserable fucker, you. Okay. Man, I need some rags to lay down here. Set the valves on. There's your shuttle valves right there. Now let's pull our hitch valve off. Alright. We're going to take our studs. See, it came out. It's causing me some nice shitty day at the office. damn studs back in it. That hitch valve's gonna have all the seals stuck to it like that. We're missing one, it appears. Must have fell out. Where in the hell did it go? One, two there. One on the bottom's not there. Where is that seal at? Should be laying here. Well, that sucks. There. Is that it? No, that's not it. Well, that kind of blows. That's okay. I'll order a seal kit when I put the other one back together. Let's take these remotes and that hitch valve and stick them on that one. You wouldn't lose all load sense if you had one shuttle valve bad in here. I mean, you wouldn't lose load sense to the hitch and everything. So I don't know if there's no, I didn't see any shuttle for the hitch itself. End cap. Okay. Alright, so obviously we're going to have to rob a seal here. I don't know what the hell happened to the other one. Probably laying on the ground here somewhere. All our seals in there. And then we'll take these off of here. Take the two small ones. I had a 7520 a couple years ago. It kind of did the same thing. I fought it and tested. Did everything in the service manual. Looked up the DTAC solutions, couldn't figure out what was wrong. Talked to some other buddies that are John Deere mechanics, and they said find another tractor. Start changing stuff around, process of elimination until you figure out where and isolate it, which block it's in. I mean, we know for certain it's a load sense problem. It's something that's signaling. It's not signaling the compensator on the pump to stroke the pump. I mean, it's what it is. Okay. Hitch valve. Make sure all our seals in that one. End cap. Where is the end cap? Right here. Got a chunk of paint on it. And then I'll swap the last one on the end out. But we'll torque these down to 18 foot-pounds, and I'll be back over. That steering steers really good, actually. Pull the remote back. Ah, we got nothing. Okay, so what is our, let's raise the hitch up. The hitch won't even raise up. Oh, dumb shit. I guess it's my order to plug the stepper motor in. Huh. Plug in. Thinking something in my hitch valve is causing all this problem here. Something in the hitch valve, I think, is causing all the troubles. good. Well, we're getting closer to figuring out what the problem is. Let's undo the hitch valve, pull those back off, change the hitch valve out, the other hitch valve. See what it does then. I wonder if the hitch relief valve is stuck open. I didn't check that. I checked the priority block. Goddamn book doesn't say a damn thing about the hitch valve. Nothing. I got a feeling the hitch relief valve's stuck open. That's what I'm thinking's going on here. And it's dumping all our load sense off and never giving it to the remotes. Oh, you miserable bastard. We're going to find out real shortly. Yep, I have a little oil spitting out of there. Trying to get this thing done and figured completely out before it starts raining. I mean, I'm in a hurry, guys. It's gonna start getting really shitty on me really soon. Time is of the essence. So pull this section off. I'm gonna put it back on there. Pull this section off. Okay, hitch valve. It's nice when you got two tractors to work with. When you don't, it really makes it hard trying to figure this shit out. All right. I've had a couple customers in the past where we just ordered an entire block assembly, the whole fucking thing, the remotes, the hitch valve, and everything, just so we could get going again, because they were planting. And that whole crew of people standing there getting paid 10, 12 bucks an hour. You know, nothing's being planted, it costs you a lot of money. So ring seals are all there. I've never seen one do this. This is the first time for me. It's usually in the priority block. It's not on this one. I mean, like I said, I took that priority block apart 3 times, all the valves in it. Never could see anything wrong with it. Alright, here we go. Let's torque her down again. She's still set at 18. Oh, what the hell is my... Yeah, here it is. Let's go ahead and just... plug that in. Dumbass forgot to do it last time. Yep, that's the first. Never seen a hitch valve cause a load sense problem like that. Well, unless it's one of these sections, or one of these, because those are the ones we slip out. Which I doubt it. Can't imagine being one of them. The shuttle valves are in them. Tighten this up real quick. Okay. see what happens. Oh, I forgot to put the remote. Do that real quick. Make sure we're testing it the same every time. What we're doing here. And I've had neighbors that were pretty good to me, and I've went and borrowed a tractor and robbed parts off their tractor and did the same thing, so we could get one of their neighbors going, you know, so we could figure out what was wrong with it. Because the book doesn't tell you a whole lot. I mean, it just tells you to check your load sense pressure, and it tells you that one of your shuttle valves is bad. Well, I checked all the shuttle valves. I don't see nothing wrong with them. All the orifice plugs they're not plugged up. All that shit's fine. I didn't check anything on the hitch valve though. They didn't say shit about it. Hitch valve, guys. I don't think it's a hitch valve, it's something in one of those two sections. Okay. What the hell is it? Up on them. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Alright, well. This is a really strange deal here. Really strange. This is one that's actually kind of kicked my ass a little bit. Had to figure this one out. Usually I'm pretty damn good on these. Every once in a while you'll get one that kind of kicks you in the teeth and you'll never forget it. Next time you ever run into it, you'll go, I know what's wrong with that son of a bitch. Okay.